Hello there, this is Chopperdine, and this is How to Viking, a very British guide into Valheim. So in this episode we're going to look at armour and weapons that you can get early on in the game. First of all, what we want to do is we want to grab the meat that we gathered in the last episode, and we want to cook that off because that's going to give us a nice bit of stamina, a nice bit of health. Whilst that's cooking, let's have a look at what we are after. We are after this bow here, the crude bow. And to get that you need some wood and you need some leather scraps. We don't have quite enough at the moment because what we want is to basically make the bow so we can hunt deer. You can hunt deer other ways, but the bow is far more efficient. Now let's get this fire going so we can basically cook this meat a bit more efficiently. Pop that back in the chest. And that's going to cook off, and we want to cook off our neck meat in a second because you want to basically stack the neck meat with the boar meat to get the best effect from your stamina and health. Let's have a quick look at what we need. We don't have the wood or the flint that we need to basically make the two weapons we're going to be making later, which are the flint dagger and the flint spear, which are pretty damn good things. So just wait a few seconds till that's cooked. When it's cooked, we're just going to grab that, eat that, and then optimize what we have in our inventory for food. Now, cooked meat is always better than like raw stuff, and raspberries aren't as good as mushrooms. So keep the mushrooms, put the raspberries away, stack all three of them together, and get a nice bit of health and stamina with that. And here is our first deer kill. That was me sneaking up on a deer and killing it. Sneaking, yeah, is okay. Not the most efficient way of taking out deer, and it does take up a lot of time. So let's head across, and find some boars, which are here. We want these for their meat and scraps, because obviously you want meat all the time. You can stack up meat in your chests, it doesn't go off, which is pretty good. That may change in the future with updates, but hopefully it kind of sticks where it is, because it's nice just having stacks and stacks of meat all the time. Let's kill these boars, and then let's head back in a second and see essentially what we can do with these. Now, what we want now is basically, let's get rid of him. Let's head back in and let's grab the scraps from here. Now, unfortunately, that's 7 scraps. I do believe we need 8 scraps to make our bow. So, yep, no, that's right. So what we need to do is we need to go out and bash in some heads of some piggies. Shouldn't take too long. They're usually everywhere, these things. And we need a little wood as well. Now, wood, say, it does damage to other trees when you knock it down, and it can kind of harvest itself if done in the right things. But let's just get this chopped, let's get this back, all the stuff we need, and it's always good to have a nice stack of wood behind. So there we go. Still need some piggies. Let's crack these guys around the head. Head back, and here we go. We are getting our very first weapon of awesomeness, which is the crude bow. And we need to basically make some arrows to go. That wooden arrows, you don't need anything. Let's just repair. Always remember to repair. It costs nothing. Wooden bows just cost wood. It's not much of an issue. You get 20 per stack thing. And we just go out, put our bits back. Let's see if we can make some flint arrows. Unfortunately, we don't have any feathers, so we can't make any flint arrows, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. But not a huge problem. We can amp that up later on. Now let's right click on the arrows to select them, and we're basically looking to make some armour now. And what we want is to make leather armour, and what you need to do is you basically need to make upgrades for your workbench. That's an upgrade, that is the chopping block. It takes you to level 2, so now you can make leather helmets, leather pants, and a leather tunic. And it just makes things that little bit better. So what we need to do now to get our new bow and to go out and kick some deer ass, which sounds a bit odd, but hey ho. I sped all this up, it ended up being about 30-minute, 45 minutes of making this video, so I speed these things up because at the end of the day, once I've told you what to do, you know what to do, you know what I'm doing, I'm going out, I'm chasing deer. It can take a while because these things spook ridiculously easy, and I mean, if they see you, they will just run away like bitches. So I got one in the water there. Unfortunately, their stuff doesn't float, so I just swam out there to try and get it before the stuff sank, but I didn't really get it in time. But deer are everywhere, and you can hear them, and you can kind of track them down because it's a directional thing. They kind of bark in an annoying way. That, yes, there are some breeds of deer in real life that do kind of make a barking sound, so I'm going to forgive the game developers for that, but I still find it a bit weird chasing after barking deer. But yes, we go around, it's going to take a while. You want to collect as much as possible when you're going out because this game is very resource dependent, as I said in the last episode. So yeah, let's take down some stuff, and once we have got all the stuff we need, we can go back and we can essentially make our tunic and make our leather pants. And by leather pants I don't mean the type you wear to a gay club, or if you're a biker, I mean, you don't have to be gay to wear leather pants, it does help, but you have quite a few bikers wearing their leather pants, or Ross from Friends, but that didn't very much end well for him. So let's grab these 2 deer here. Now, if you can catch a deer whilst it's running, you're a very lucky person, because that's a pain in the arse things get. So let's grab the deer from the chest, the deer leather from the chest, and let us make our first actual armor, which is the leather tunic and the leather pants. And yeah, we want those, but we also want the leather helmet, which isn't what we've got at the moment. But whilst we're here, whilst we're doing this, we might as well just kind of like right click to equip your stuff. And we have here the flint knife. Now we're going to quickly do a bit of repairing work. We're going to quickly get the flint knife, and this adds a different type of playstyle, because the flint knife works perfectly if you want to be that sneaky rogue type that sneaks. It's got a good backstab on it. Quite a few weapons, they amp up during the game, so you'll get like a copper dagger, it's a bronze dagger, and then you can get an iron dagger and a silver dagger and stuff like that. Now, here we go against a grayling. What you want to do is right click and space. It lets you like dance around and that. If you click the middle mouse button, that does your kind of parry attack. So you can just roll around on the floor, do a parry attack, miss their attack, stab, stuff like that. And I say, if you can if you can get your sneak level up, and if you can get what's called full troll armor, which we'll explore in a different episode, you can be that little bit more invisible, and if you get your sneak up and you get your knife skills up, you can be really, really deadly. And if you're playing on a multiplayer server, if you're playing with other people, you can essentially be very, very vital to the team, because as much as this is like a Viking game, there are very different styles of play that you can lend to, because you can create like tank classes. But let's quickly sneak up on this pig and show you the parry attack. It'll take this pig out in one go. But going back to my previous point, you can have so many different kind of classes. You can have like an archer class if you really, really, really want to focus on your bow. You can have your dagger class, which is the rogue playthrough that I'm saying. You can be confrontive, or you can be kind of sneaky with your dagger. It's all how you want to play and how you develop that skill tree. And that's what makes this game absolutely wonderful and absolutely smashing to play. And I've enjoyed pretty much, apart from the times where I have died multiple times, and we will cover death, because death is an important part. But yes, apart from those times, I've enjoyed every moment of this game. Now we've got our bits and bobs, so we can make our leather helmet, which is awesome. And what else can we make? We can make our flint spear. Now, make our flint spear. Now these are pretty cool, because this is a multi-use tool, the flint spear. It's hard to kind of get it perfect, but if you can get your skills up on it, it's really good. So yeah, you've got your kind of left mouse button, stab forward, stab forward, stab forward. You can block, but also here is the cool bit. Now you can do your rolling around stuff, which you can do with all weapons, but here we go. You can basically throw these things, and they automatically get picked up. And depending on your trajectory, you can fire them pretty far. And if you're good at this type of playthrough, again, this can make you very vital to your team in multiplayer. So yeah, let's equip the helmet. So what we have done, we have a leather helmet, we've got leather tunic, leather pants, we've explored the flint knife and the flint spear, and these are all cool things. Let's put our stuff away, and essentially that is going to be it for this episode, and I hope you keep on following this. It has been a smashing time narrating this and making these videos for you. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for watching.